scientists talk about deep learning and statistical modeling and RSC curves, and that gap has really slowed us down from deploying machine learning and AI in a matter of days as opposed to what it takes, which is really months, in some cases basically a year. Acumus is really an open source project. Doesn't belong to AT&T, doesn't belong to Tech Mahindra, doesn't belong to any company. We have several companies that will be announced, major companies, as part of the contribution to Acumus. Whether you are a data scientist, a developer, a marketing person, a business person, a user, a cloud provider, Acumus has different roles for contributions to it, or just a user in terms of building services. So this is going to be out. We've already transferred the code to the Linux Foundation this week. It's going to be public starting in early next year. So what are we doing about this in AT&T? What problems are we solving here? If you look at the problems that we deal with, it's we have every one of these big problems is because of the scale we're dealing with billions of dollars. And I started by saying we're really trying to get to this real AI, where AI has economic value, business value to us as a company and to our customers. This is one example where we're applying this today. Is that we've applied AI at the heart of our network. As we're basically scaling our network towards a software-defined network and towards 5G, what we have done, we've built these AI agents into our network that collects data, analyzes data, predicts events that happens in our network. It could be security threats. They could be operational failures. There are policies as part of an AI system that decide what the best strategy one should take, and we take an action. That action could be move the traffic from one machine to the other. That traffic could be shut down that cell site in that particular area. That action may be shut down the IP address because that is a security attack. And we're doing that all automatically, around the clock, with zero touch, zero human intervention. Billions of dollars we spend at AT&T today, and many operators, on really having large human capital involved into looking at tickets, understanding tickets. We still do that between humans and automation, but we do it when it's needed. Not when we've seen these type of situations before. We can handle those with an automated system. Second one, today, AT&T has 8 to 10 million poles around the US. We have utilities all across those poles. There are thousands and tens of thousands of small cells and macro cells. Micro cells, small cells, macro cells. Things go wrong. Things happen. Environmental issues, rust, dirt. It compromises your communication at that moment in time. What do? We send people out. We send technicians. We send technicians to figure out, up at a pole, they're trying to figure out what's going on. Do we need a repair? Is there a cleanup we need to do? We started using AI we fly now drones with vision and AI capability that in real time really detect what objects they're looking at in the cell. This is a jumper wire. This is basically an antenna. This is a mirror, etc. And identify what the issue is. Either it's in good shape, there's rust, there's dirt, there is a disconnect, etc. Only then we would send somebody if we can't automate that function remotely. 5G. The whole world, we're moving towards 5G over the next several years. That's going to completely transform our life. It's going to really bring in IoT in ways that we couldn't have imagined before. The issue with 5G and the challenge in 5G, it means that access, we're going to have fast access. And that speed, by really distributing and scaling these cells wherever you are. We're going from thousands to 100,000 plus cells. But where do you put them? How do you know where to put them? There are interference between other cells. There are environmental issues. There are buildings. There are a lot of sort of penetrations that stops signals from moving with each other, from crossing. We're starting to apply AI to tell us what area, what pole, how high, and what kind of cell we could put, and what kind of coverage that will basically provide us before we will send anybody there. Again, we spend billions of dollars on engineering costs just to do that today. I want to finish with this slide, is that if you think about 5G, fast access, with edge cloud, cloud is going to move. Today, cloud, we think of cloud as big, giant data centers sitting in Arizona. Cloud of the future is not that. Cloud of the future is all about edge cloud. The compute, storage, networking power follows you, not the other way around. And the intelligence is at the edge. The intelligence is not sitting somewhere remote. The intelligence in such a way that your IoT, a dumb IoT device that could cost less than $1, has the intelligence of your mobile phone today that costs $1,000. Because that intelligence is at the edge. That access device is just basically a transducer, a channel for input and output. All the intelligence is sitting at the edge. When you combine that with putting artificial intelligence, and we're starting this wave of putting these AI capabilities closer and closer to the customer edge, bringing that with edge cloud and 5G and the explosion of IoT, as you can imagine now, that's really going to revolutionize the autonomous cars, but it's going to revolutionize IoT devices. Your shower head, your bookmarker will have the same intelligence as your mobile phone today. It's going to really drive a new industry that we couldn't have imagined basically today. So the question again, so are we there yet? And the answer is, we've made progress so far in the past few decades. We're not there yet. We're at the very beginning of that journey. Real AI is about driving business benefit to companies and to society. Real AI is when anyone can build AI applications in minutes, just like you're populating a website. We believe the answer is to really disrupt the market, is to collaborate in an open source community where companies really come together, individuals come together and contribute together so that what you build and what I build, we either collaborate or what you build and what I build is interoperate. I should be able to connect what you create and what I create to create a new service that's never been imagined before. Otherwise, this concept of spending months building one of these capabilities does not scale. So I hope you guys will join us together to collaborating and really drive a very different future in AI. Thank you very much.